All right, families, this is going to let you know how to maneuver your way through the family portal inside of Edgenuity. Your student's teacher should have contacted you with an activation code so that you can log in. The very first time that you log in, you are going to see a screen that looks like this one right here. And right now I have this gray border around it because it's blocking out the name of the student that we're using as an example. So with this, you're going to find out when was the last time your student logged in and the time, and then also it's going to tell you how much time they've spent working this week and how many activities they've accomplished. You also have help in here to let you know what each of the different items are. So we're going to start by clicking on this attendance log piece. And once you click onto attendance log, it will bring up exactly what your student did throughout the day. So if you have a student that maybe they're taking care of their activities on their own time, or maybe you're away at work and you're wondering how much time they're spending doing different activities, the attendance log will break it down by days. So if we look at this student on September 9th, they logged in and it says how much or which class that they worked on and how much idle time they had. If they log in multiple times throughout the day, you can see they logged in at the beginning of the day on Friday, and they logged in, but they chose not to work when they logged in at 9:46, and they came back to things at 11:32, and they worked from 12:34. So if you have somebody that's working, they worked here on this class, did 3 activities for 55 minutes and 57 seconds, and 5 minutes of that was idle time. Idle time means that they're not clicking on anything, and it does take into account if they're working in a class where maybe they're reading a story, how they would end up not maybe moving their mouse after a certain amount of time. So that's not going to count against them. If you go up here and you click on progress report, then what it's going to do is it's going to bring in this piece right here where you actually have a progress report where you can see it by classes. So in here you have a progress bar right here, and right now it's looking red in the middle of unit 1. And if we look at this hint, it says that right now in language arts, because that's the title right up there, they are behind. As they work their way through, they're going to have these boxes filled in and the colors will change accordingly. If we look at course completed, this person right now in their course is at 0.9%. And that's why they're behind, because target completion, they should be at 6.25%. If we're thinking about grades, right here it says overall grade and it says 75%. That means that on the graded activities that they've turned in so far, they're at 75% or a C in this class. You also have these little guides right here, and these are yellow, meaning that this student is scoring an average grade in there. If they turn into a green box, that means they're ahead and they're doing great. That's A and B work. If you're looking at yellow, that means C and D work. If the box turns red, that means it's an F. Unfortunately for parents, they can't click on these boxes and see what the assignment is. If you want to look at specific assignments that your student is working on, you'll need to sit down with them. You'll need to log in sitting next to them in their student side of things, and you'll then be able to see the assignments. You can, though, see, if we look at this, a kind of a breakdown as to how things are going for them in that class, how many assignments they've completed, looking at all of the different things with their score. So this person has 1 graded assignment so far and they're at 75%. You can scroll down, you can do this as well. If you want to look at just one specific class, you can also click that specific class from up there. But one thing to keep in mind is when you decide that you want to see a specific assignment, that's a conversation that you'll need to look at with your students sitting right next to them so they can show you the actual piece. And that's a little tour into the parent portal inside of Edgenuity. If you've lost your activation code and you need to get that from your child's teacher, make sure you reach out to them and they can send it to you.